if you're in the e-commerce space or you sell anything online, this is going to be the video for you, because after 10 years in this space, I've heard all the questions, and these are the top 5 questions I get all the time. And when I ask my email list and when I ask my groups, or ask clients themselves what questions have they got, what they're concerned about, what they're nervous about, what are they actually bricking it, what is it that makes them scared right now. These are always the same top 5 questions that I get asked. So I'm going to answer them in the best way possible, but I'm going to keep it short because YouTube is full of videos you probably want to watch, right? And last thing you want to do is listen to me talking for ages. So the first one right in front of me, how do I scale without burning more money on ads? Right, so many young businesses literally waste so much money on paid advertising. Now, does paid advertising work? Absolutely, when you start to get to a certain size, it can get you going. But reality is, when you're smaller, you don't want to be burning money on ads, because people keep trying it, they keep burning it, they keep getting lied to by agencies and saying the ROAS is good. But that's all nonsense, right? Ultimately, what you want is someone to come to your store, make a purchase, and then make a purchase up a time. Now, once someone's made a purchase on your website, irrelevant where they've come from, whether it's from an email list, whether it's from a paid advertising, whether it's through influence or wherever it is, you want them to refer your business. So the easiest way to keep scaling your business without burning money on ads is using referral programs. So getting your customers to refer your products and your brand. Tell people how great it is. Turn your customers into your sales team. You scale so much faster like that. Now, when your business grows, you'll realize that massive part of your business is retention and a massive part of your business is referral. So right now it doesn't feel like it because you're just trying to get customers in and try and start generating that revenue. But if you get your customers to, not only to retain, but that's another point later on, but to refer your business, because it's easier for someone to buy something based on someone's recommendation. So you get people to refer and you can spend less money on ads and make more money from the people that have already purchased from you. That's number 1. Number 2, how do I know if my problem is traffic, offer, product, or my website? So let's start with the first one. Is my problem traffic? So if you've got a lot of traffic coming to your website and literally no one is signing up for your pop-ups or no one is buying, that generally means you have the wrong traffic coming to your website. I want to keep it that simple. Now, one of the brands I worked with probably 6 months ago, they had an agency drive low traffic into their website. But the problem was they were driving into a gummy brand that was in the THC cannabis space, but they were driving in people that just wanted like fruit candies, and stuff that wasn't, in the cannabis THC space. Therefore, it was loads of traffic, but it was absolutely useless. So that's if you know it's bad traffic. Now, is it the offer? Now, okay, offer on products. Let's pause there a sec. Let me just talk about pop-ups. So when someone comes to your website, they'll take 2 actions. They want to purchase or you want to get their data so you can then market to them. Now, if your pop-up, which is like making an offer, when they land there, is not got a submission rate around 20%, then it's terrible. If it's around 7%, which is the standard, it's poor, it's weak. It means you're just offering something really weak that no one cares about. So that will tell you if the offer's weak. Now, as a product weak, how we know that is if people are buying once and never return, even though we have a retention system set up to try and get people to come back and buy again. Because reality is, if your product is shit, no one's going to come back. So that's how we know. Is it traffic? Okay, how many people actually convert when they get to the website? The offer. Actually, how many people are taking that offer up? We can deep dive into product offerings at a later date, but right now, I just want you to understand these 3 basic elements. And if it's product, no one's come back and buying again when you've got a retention system set up. So that's how you know those 3 things. Number 3, what email should I actually be sending to make more sales? So most people use email as a way to spam people and try and generate sales. Just think of email a different way. Think of email as a way you can communicate with your audience to get them excited about a subject. Now, I've got a thing called a 2-1 method. It's very basic. Let's say on Friday you want to do a sale for a sleep product. You send 2 emails before that, as in the 2-1 method, 2 emails before that talking about the problem that people have and things they can do to solve that problem without buying a product. And you do that across 2 emails. So one email could be a blog article that you share, you drive people to read, and it communicates about how their sleep problem is X, Y, and Z. If they thought about trying these different things, and then here's 5 steps to get better sleep. And the 5th one could be your product. The second email could be, again, talk about sleep issues, but talk about people specifically that bought your product that have got the results. So they're going. So the first email is like, okay, right, you understand my problem. Secondly is, oh, people are actually using this problem. Third email, one method is the sale. That drives more sales because you pre-frame people to buy when they get to the sales email, as opposed to just spamming them all the time and then people just switch off and go, all this brand does is just do sales. They want my money, they don't care about me. So you've got to drive information to them that makes them think this brand gives a shit about me. That's number 4. That's number 3. Number 4, how do I actually build an email list? Right? There's multiple ways to build an email list. You want every piece of traffic coming to your website to build it. But the quickest way to build an email list, if you're kind of new or you've been around for a couple of years, is collaborate with brands that have the same audience as you, but don't compete on product. As an example, this is what I did back in 10, 12 years ago, actually 14 years ago. When I had a supplement business, we targeted a gym apparel brands. I said to them, hey, look, we've got this size email list. We know what kind of size you are. Let's do a collaboration where we run a competition on our website and then you drive traffic to that competition where they would win a bunch of your products and a bunch of our products. And then a month later, we do the opposite on your website. So what we're doing is then effectively is going, okay, let's say we had 10,000 subscribers and they had 10,000 subscribers. We get their 10,000 subscribers over to our website to enter this competition so they get awareness of our product. And then we've got their email address and they've got a chance to win it and try it. And then a month later, we do the same for them. So both parties win and both parties could double their email list from that one collaboration. So therefore you are targeting, to point 1 about not having the right people come to your website. This is targeting the right people, because if you wear gym wear, you're probably drinking protein shakes and so on and so forth. So that's how do I actually build an email list? That is the fastest way to do it when you're starting out. Even if you're big, do the same. Look at these collaborations that are happening right now for large brands. That's how you do it. Okay, and last one. Why does every month feel like starting with from 0 again? It's because you have no system. Look, email should generate 50% of sales. That's all your online sales. That's because you have a system that's set up for retention, for referral, for sales, for missed automations like the abandoned cart and stuff. Email should make that up. So you haven't got a system in place. So when someone comes to your website first time and they give up their email to get your offer, how are you developing that individual to want to buy more products? When someone purchases your product, how do you engage them individuals to come back and buy again? How do you engage them to refer your friends? How do you retain them time after time? All this stuff is what the system's about. That's why month on month, I can give you literally an example right now. There's a client I was chatting to, not a client yet, but I was chatting to this business brand last week, and they're going, sales a month on month are going down and going down. And they had quite an okay email marketing system, right? They had a retention system. Problem was they're bringing no more people in. So naturally, if their lifetime value of a customer is 3 orders, if you're bringing no more people in, your sales are going to go down. So it's all about system. Guys, I understand I talk really quickly. So I don't think you can slow this down. But they're the 5 things that most brands have a problem with. And if they fix those 5 things, they will generate more sales and will stop panicking and looking at a dashboard every day when they wake up going, why are my sales going down? What is the problem? Let me throw more money at paid advertising. And on that note, stop throwing money at paid advertising when you haven't got a system in place that's generating the sales. If you're not generating 50% of all your online sales with email, stop throwing paid traffic at it, because you're going to spend on paid traffic and your results are going to be terrible. So you should be burning money. I hope this helps. I know I speak quick, but this is for you to generate more sales in your e-commerce business. Have a great day.